Hi everybody, in this video we're going to look at the bone tool one more time, but this time we're going to use it in a different capacity. We're going to use it for graphics. We had previously in the previous video used this tool for artwork, something that I had painted, but this time I'm going to use it for graphics. So I'm going to set something up here. I'm just going to create kind of a worm shape. So if I'm dragging out, I got my fill color, my stroke color. If you ever wanted the stroke to be a little bit thicker, there's a slider over here that can make this bigger. I think it needs to be selected though. And let me see. So you can see you can make your stroke larger or smaller. Okay. And I'm going to modify convert to symbol. And I'm going to call this green. I'm going to keep it a movie clip. A movie clip and a graphic are the same thing, but if I make it a movie clip instead of a graphic, just in case I might later on down the road want to animate this, I would not be able to animate a graphic. So just in case I decide to animate this, I could keep it a movie clip for now. I'm going to say OK. Oh, green is taken. Okay, there must be some other things in here, but that's okay. Let's call it green 2. All right. So now I'm going to make more of these. A quick way to duplicate a shape is to hold Option and drag with your Move tool, and I'm going to make quite a few. All right. I'm also going to need maybe a different shape that's going to act as kind of the head of this. So here, whoops, and I will even do that. So I'm going to select this whole thing, modify convert to symbol, and we'll call it head, and OK. So now I'm going to move that over here. And I'll make it like that. OK, we're ready to go. So here's the bone tool. I'm going to start from the tail, and I'm going to drag from here to here, and then here to here. And I'm dragging from the bone to the middle of the shape, and there. And now with my move tool, I should be able to move this, and it'll move like a worm, like an inchworm here. So let's give this a try with animation. I'm just going to undo this move. And just like before, once you make a bone, drag out some bones, it takes the drawing off of layer 1 and puts it onto a brand new layer called armature. So this layer is useless, there's nothing on it. So the armature layer, you can see it's shaded in green. I'm going to make this guy kind of slither. So here, let's go to, how about frame 10, and I'm going to press F6. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to actually undo that. So when you're animating something with the bone tool with graphics, we want to take into account first the big movements. So the big movements would be moving from left to right. And then the secondary movements would be kind of the inchworm kind of coming up and down as he moves across the screen. So the primary movement would be moving left to right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this guy off of the screen. I'll make some room here, or pretty close to off the screen, and have him move across. Now, how do you move him? With the move tool, if you try to move him, it's just going to be locked by his tail. So my trick to moving things is to get the free transform tool, select the whole thing, and with shift and my arrow keys I can just move him off the screen. So I'm holding shift as I click my arrow keys. If you don't hold shift, it will still move, but at a much slower pace. That's called nudging. If I hold shift while I nudge, it'll jump more. Okay, so here we go. He's off the screen. Let's go to, how about maybe a 50, maybe a 60 frame animation, and I'm going to get this tool again, select the whole, well, first we have to press F6, and I'm going to move him now to the other side of the screen. So I'm just to be sure that he's straight, I'm going to be using my Shift and arrow key to the right so that I know he's on plane and off the screen. Okay, I'm going to just press return and you can see what that movement looks like. Alright, next let's look at the secondary movement, which is the inchworm kind of like coming up from the middle. So how about this? I'm going to come over to 5, or make this a little better. We'll go to 10. I'm going to get my move tool and I'm going to select on the head here, and I'm going to kind of pull it back and kind of make him look like he's inching like this, compressing a bit. You can see it automatically updates. If I move something in this area, it will automatically set a keyframe. And you can see this happening, right? And then at 20, I'm going to flatten him out. And now it updated that. So now I have this, he comes up, and then he comes forward. At 30, he's going to come up again, so I got to pull him up. Kind of have to do that. He's coming up, and at 40, he will come back down and straight. And then 50, up, and you get the idea here. And 60, he's straight. So, we're ready to take a look. Maybe I'll just zoom out to see this. I'll press return, and you can see this is just another way of using this tool. And I like to showcase both of them. Good luck, and give it a try.